Wizkid is going to be giving that vibe of listen to More Love, Less Ego and go back to your house. On the 27th of September, year 2022, at the Apple Music live concert in London. Well, they actually called Wizkid the global Afrobeat superstar. Of course, we know that those are not mere words. As the iconic Wizkid set to perform his forthcoming studio album titled More Love, Less Ego on the 27th of September, per se, year 2022 in London. This is a 1,700 capacity auditorium where Wizkid is going to be performing his incoming album titled More Love, Less Ego without no recording devices. We'll be diving into details concerning that real soon. But before I do that, please subscribe to this channel. I do this for the love, for the passion, for you guys. So if you are not subscribing, you guys are not and giving me some encouragement. So please subscribe to the channel. There's a bell beside it. Please click on that bell so that you get notified immediately we drop new content. Now, this notification bell notifies you when new content are being released for your enjoyment and updates. So if you're not clicking on that bell, you guys won't get notified and you get to miss out on any of just an update. So to avoid that, please turn on the post notification bell. Also, give this video a thumb up and share on all social media platforms. Don't forget to drop your thoughts and your opinions in the comment box below. What are the thoughts you are dropping? Now, you are dropping thoughts concerning Wizkid's forthcoming studio album titled More Love, Less Ego. You guys know what's up concerning that album. It features the likes of Star, Mlle, Skepta, just to name a few. Also, concerning the forthcoming album, he is going to be performing live for Apple Music at the 1,700 capacity in London on the 27th of September 2022 without no recording devices. Do you think this is actually a great move? Wizkid have actually done this before with YouTube, but he's actually doing it once again for Apple Music, just for the promotion and the PR, the strategy. So that's that about that. We dive into details concerning that. So let's get the details. Now, Wizkid's last studio album was on the 20th of October, year 2020. And a year after, he released the deluxe edition, which is basically almost the same thing of the album. And that album have actually, done great things, open doors for Afrobeat. We know this. These are good doings that Wizkid have actually done on charts around the globe, ranging from Spotify charts, Apple Music charts and the likes. 500 million streams on Spotify, on Apple Music, on YouTube Music. Is no beans for the deluxe edition. Also, this same thing actually goes for the main album that I released on the 27th of October, year 2020. Now, Wizkid set to release his 5th studio album titled More Love, Less Ego, which have actually some features. And we think Wizkid actually released a song of this studio album about 3 weeks ago titled Bad to Me. It's an amapiano, vibe infused with an R&B sauce. And that was a beat made by P2J Music. It was, the official producer for Made in Lagos too. So, Wizkid will be performing, for just one night only. Wizkid is going to come to London's, premier historic venue. You guys should come and experience the global Afrobeat superstar at Roundhouse for a live tapping on the 27th of September. Why am I making that mistake? On the 27th of September. That will be on Tuesday, year 2022. And of course, there are some criteria to fulfill for you to actually, be live at that concert. You must be located in Greater London to register, and attendees must be aged 16 years and older. Wow. Now, this is a very, very crazy move. Well, Wizkid is actually having some things in place for More Love, Less Ego, because he saw his mistakes concerning, Made in Lagos. Wizkid actually lost the Grammy for Made in Lagos. So for PR's sake and for bigger reach for More Love, Less Ego, he's actually putting some things in place. Now, it was about a year after, about 7, 8, 9, 10 months after he released Made in Lagos, that he did a live performance for YouTube Music for his fans, on YouTube Music for his fans. But now Wizkid is actually doing this, a premiere at one of the biggest historic venues to premiere his forthcoming studio album, of course without no recording devices, 1,700 capacity. These guys would go home and talk about More Love, Less Ego on all social media platforms. They will tell it to their family on, at home. They will talk about this on WhatsApp, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on Instagram. They would preach the word. They would preach the gospel, and this would actually boost the morale of everybody that is currently anticipating the said album More Love Less Ego. You understand? Now, Wizkid did for YouTube Music. Now, is that after he released Made in Lagos? But now Wizkid is doing for Apple Music prior to the release of, before the release of More Love Less Ego. Now, this also is a strategy to promote Wizkid's forthcoming studio album. There's another thing in place. Wizkid is actually going to, host a show at the MSG, the Madison Square Garden in New York City, about 10 days after the release of More Love Less Ego. And those are the first set of people that would enjoy the sweetness of, Wizkid's live performance of his new released album titled More Love Less Ego. This is a 20,500 capacity arena in the United States, New York City to be exact, and only an artist of Africa and of Nigeria have actually attempted and sold out the MSG. He did it in about 2-3 months. Yeah, he did it in about 2-3 months. That was Burna Boy, the African giant, the Odogu, the Big Seven. Now, Wizkid is actually attempting this. Now, we should all note that last year, Wizkid was on tour. He was on tour. He was having a nice time, for his Made in Lagos album. He was having a nice time. He toured in US, toured about 23 states, different venues and stuff. His shows in Canada were actually cancelled, so he moved to the likes of Netherlands, Australia. He went to the UK. He sold out the O2 Arena 3 times, 3 nights, like back to back, and he had plagues and awards and and records to show for it. He actually broke records. Like, Wizkid is among the top 5 artists to actually sell out the O2 Arena the fastest. He is in league with the likes of Rihanna, the likes of Beyonce, the likes of Mariah Carey, the big dogs in the music industry at large. I mean, worldwide. You understand? So Wizkid is actually now he made a remark. He made let me say a revelation last year that he would be having a performance. He would be hosting a show at the MSG 20,500 capacity in New York City in year 2022. Now, months have passed. It's almost a year now, and we haven't heard anything from Wizkid. But recently, he posted something on his page saying that he would be performing live at the MSG, on November 16. Yeah, November 16, year 2022. That would be, few days after the release of Made in Lagos, of More Love Less Ego. And of course, this would definitely PR Wizkid's new album titled More Love Less Ego to the world, because 20,500 capacity is no beans for you guys. 20,500 capacity is no beans. So that is another means of promoting. Now, folks on social media have actually said that Wizkid is actually using the FCs to promote his album. What do you think he is actually going to use again? So Wizkid would be using Davido's fans to promote his album, or he's going to be using Mle's fans to promote his album? Of course, he would use his fans. And the fact that the Wizkid FC is actually out there doing the work, promoting their goats, their idol, pushing the music, posting on medias to let folks know that Wizkid is the goat, actually shows that he has arguably the strongest and the biggest fan base in Africa, and nobody can take that away from Wizkid. You understand? So that's that about that. That's for a fact. Now, More Love Less Ego, I don't know if you guys have actually did some details concerning the forthcoming studio album. This is a 14-track album with a couple of features. Wizkid released a list of people he actually featured on this album. Not quite long. He released a list. We don't know how true that is, because we haven't seen most of these artists in the studio with Wizkid. The only ones we've seen are Buju, Arasta. That's all. The other folks, we haven't seen them. He named Skepta. We should note, we will definitely come to Skepta's issue later. But then he mentioned Mlle. Now, I'm trying to look at the way Wizkid is actually going to present Mlle off his album, because there was this chemistry that was in sync back then in 2019 when Wizkid did his Starboy Fest in London and brought out Mlle. The legwork Mlle did on that day was epic. It was crazy. It was wild. It was goated. Like, that is the craziest. That is the the best legwork folks have ever seen, like, in a long time. And maybe we should all know that Wizkid also is a fan of street songs, the likes of Zlatan songs, Mlle songs. Wizkid, of course, is an OG. It is just that his style of music is quite different. Now, he listed a whole lot of artists. He said big up to Naira, to Skepta, to Hara, to TY, Flame, to Buju. See you on on the 5/8. That was what he said. So no one was actually certain. Now, we would be diving into the speculated dates for Mlle Ego, and of course we would be diving into Skepta's issue. Now, let's talk first about Skepta. Now, we haven't seen Skepta and Wizkid together in a while, but we should all note that the two songs they've done together, Bad Energy and Long Time off Made in Lagos album, these songs are lit to the brim. Like, you guys know that when Wizkid and Skepta actually collab, they actually give out their best. They give out their best, and we are not surprised because the recent ones they've done, it's not like we actually see them together. And we should all note that when Wizkid is actually cooking up his album, he doesn't have to show off on social media that he's currently working on his album. He's in the studio with so person. He's in this person. He's with this person. No, Wizkid is not that type. He would come out with the results, and you guys would be flabbergasted. You understand? So Wizkid, I'm not surprised. He's coming out with with bonkers, because if Made in Lagos could actually do those numbers, if Made in Lagos could actually reach those feats, have you forgotten that Justin Bieber had to jump on this song? A whole lot of American celebrities had to jump on this song. Even DaBaby actually did a freestyle. He did a cover to the song, and he shot an official video. He posted it on his YouTube channel. He posted it on his Instagram page. Justin Bieber had to call Wizkid like, bro, this is the song of the summer for year 2021. I'm going to jump on this. And he actually did. He loved the song so much that he had to shoot a video that separately just to promote the song. You understand? So this song is really, really big. And for Essence featuring Thames to actually do that, I believe Wizkid has another magic of Mlle Ego that would, project, the work that Made in Lagos have actually done. This is the highest charting African album of all time. It has surpasses the likes of the South African woman, surpasses the likes of the Nigerian man, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, that spent 56 weeks on the charts. Wizkid is currently 97 weeks on the charts right about now. One of the best-selling album, out of Nigeria and out of Africa at large. You understand? So Wizkid is not playing with nobody. He's not playing with nobody. He's really, really putting in the work. A very big kudos and a very big congratulations to Wizkid, repping Afrobeats to the world, pushing the culture, letting folks know that, Nigerian music will rock. Now, talking about the 14-track album in Mlle Ego. Sometimes recently, P2J Music, Wizkid's official, music producer, he was in the studio with the likes of Sammy Happy or so, the mixing and mastering engineer with Dro. It was, Wizkid was there too. And while they were having fun, they posted, a picture from afar to their Instagram story. But not only that, the Wizkid FCs are really, really crazy concerning anything that pertains to Wizkid. They had to zoom in, and there have been some titles that were guessed and listed out of the track list, even though Wizkid haven't actually released the official track list. Now, the track 1 is titled Sugar, and we can see that Wizkid have actually ticked the production, the mixing, and the mastering. The number 2 is Deep. Wizkid have actually ticked the production, mixing, and mastering. That means these songs are 100% ready. Bad to Me is track 5. We have Flower Girl track 4. We have Don't Fuck With Me. That is track 3. We have Pick Up track 6. We have a whole lot of songs on the album, but we don't know which one features any of the said artists. I mean, the likes of TY, the likes of Flame, the likes of Buju, the likes of Arasta, the likes of Naramali. I'm even anticipating like Wizkid should add, some folks, from probably, from the UK, from the US, from the Caribbeans, from maybe the BTS, just to make the album go bonkers, go crazy, But then Wizkid is actually showing more love to the home, bringing artists from the motherland to the album. You understand? So that is that about that. Wizkid is going to be having, his live performance of his More Love Less Ego forthcoming studio album at London's premier historic venue on the 27th of September year 2022, without no recording devices, no phones, no cameras, no recorder, no audio recorder, nothing. Just come and listen, come and enjoy good soothing music and go back to your house, and go back to your house. So that's it. And go back to your house. That's what Wizkid is actually planning. So this is going to be crazy. I believe you guys know everything you need to know concerning Wizkid's More Love Less Ego album, forthcoming album. Everything you need to know concerning his premiere, and stuff. That's that about that. This is Nigerian Entertainment Update, your best blog for gist, news, trending, celebrity gossip. You know what time it is. Please subscribe to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell to get notified whenever we drop new content. Give this video a thumb up and share on all social media platforms. And don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms at Whoisacrizzy at WHOISACRIZY on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. So till next time on Nigerian Entertainment Update. Peace.